Wolfie,
Oh,
I think.
I'm out. Y'all take it easy. Have a good day.
Yep, see you.
All
All
right.
All right. Bye, guys.
right, so I guess we're simulcasted.
Yep, we're live on both spots now. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I'll go ahead and get this party rolling then. Welcome to the Super Bowl preview show, ladies and gentlemen. This is simulcast on both the Florida Claimers TED YouTube channel in conjunction with the Sports with Wolfie YouTube channel. My name is Brett Alt. I'm your announcer and one of the panel contributors. And today we are doing a special show as we are previewing Super Bowl 60. Let's meet the panel. First off, we have from Texas, we have D-Man. And of course, our gracious host. Special thank you to Ted, Florida Claimers Ted, for allowing this show to be simulcast on the channel. And of course, our main man, Wolfie. So let's throw it over to our host, Wolfie.
All right, everybody, welcome in. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl. We got the Seattle Seahawks from the NFC taking on the New England Patriots from the AFC, and big game of the year. We got two preliminary passing offenses. You got Drake May, who has 4,394 yards total so far this year with 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Sam Darnold, 4,048 yards, 25 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Just as a little brief preliminary summary here. So let's go ahead and start the discussion here, guys.
Well,
you want to discuss how Ben Johnson got fucked out? Effed out of the freaking coach of the year. Let's talk about that.
Well, as some of you know, the NFL Honors shows was on last night, where they had the NFL Honors. There was a couple of awards that some on the panel agreed that should have been won by more deserving candidates. Honestly, even though I'm a Patriots fan, I do agree with D-Man that Ben Johnson should have won Coach of the Year because
look what he did.
If they had a comeback Coach of the Year trophy, he should have won that.
Oh yeah. Plus, you got to remember the NFC, the schedule that the Bears went up against. They went up against the best of the best in the NFL. That's what the Patriots did. Patriots went up against weak opposition. Yeah, NFC went up against the toughest teams in the NFL, and that's why I feel that they should have gotten it over the Patriots too.
Yeah,
I would give Patriots number 2, but yeah, Bears did things that nobody ever thought they would do.
No, not in a one-year coach and a second-year quarterback. If you go back in NFL history, even in NFL history, a second-year quarterback and a first-year coach has never did what the Bears did last year. You can't find it anywhere. I did
look
the
at the
research.
teams they
Not
played.
one coach with a second-year quarterback has ever did what the Bears did.
Yeah.
Well, look who they played, though. They played the best of the best. San Fran. They played Philadelphia. They played Minnesota. They played the Lions. That's a division they're in. I mean, they went up against the best of the best.
That NFC North division is the toughest division in the whole entire NFL. It's been like that since I can remember.
Yeah, even the Giants started getting good. I mean, they were supposed to have the Giants to kick around, and even the Giants started getting good. So, they didn't have really any easy games. But, yeah, they should have been number 1.
We previewed the Bears schedule at the beginning of the year that you and I did off-stream, on Messenger. We previewed the whole entire schedule. We looked at some schedules from other teams that were nowhere near close to what as hard as the schedule the Bears had this year. And granted, we came back 8 times, won 7 of the 8 games that we came back in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Wolf must be having some problems with his
Hey, Lama.
Wolf must be having problems.
Anyway, let's move on to what we're really here for, and that's the preview for the NFL for the Super Bowl this year, and that is the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots at Levi Stadium on the 8th. According to the ESPN matchup predictor, The Seattle Seahawks have a 59.6% chance of winning the Super Bowl compared to 40.4 for the New England Patriots. Now,
That's like a 50-50, dude. That's like a 50-50.
Pretty much. For you sports bettors out there, here are the odds will change, but this is as of today on Friday. The over and under is 45.5, and the spread is Seattle by 4.5 for you sports bettors. Now, we do have some injuries for the Super Bowl that we do want to address. For the Seattle Seahawks, Charles Cross, their offensive tackle, is questionable with a foot injury. Nick Amenwari is questionable with an ankle injury, and he's out. He's a safety. Offensive tackle Amari Kite is on injured reserve with a knee injury. Robbie Outs, the fullback, Outzs, is questionable with a neck injury. And, of course, the winemaker himself, Zach Charbonnet, is out. The running back is out with an ACL injury on injured reserve.
Wow, yeah, that's a big one to lose right there. It's a starter, main starter.
For the New England Patriots, linebacker Harold Landry III is questionable with the knee injury, and so don't know. So before I continue for the chat, when I list a player here on the injury list that's questionable, that means they possibly could play on Super Bowl Sunday, but they might not. So Robert Spillane, Spillane, linebacker, is questionable with an ankle injury. Running back Terrell Jennings is on injured reserve with a hamstring injury. Taylor Munford Jr., offensive tackle, is questionable with the knee injury. And Eric Gregory, defensive tackle, is on injured reserve with the knee report, with a knee injury. Now, for some of the season leader stats for the teams, for Seattle, you have Sam Darnold, who is 323 out of 477 for 4,048 yards, 25 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Kenneth Walker, I think his name is Kenneth Walker III, the running back, is 221 carries for 1,027 yards and 5 touchdowns. Jackson Smith Njigba, or however you pronounce it, has 119 receptions for 1,793 yards and 10 touchdowns. On defense, Leonard Williams, their defensive end for the Seahawks, has 7 sacks, and Ernest Jones IV, their linebacker, leads with 126 tackles. For the New England Patriots, quarterback Drake May is 354 out of 492 for 4,394 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Travian Henderson has 180 carries for 911 yards and 9 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs.
That's good, dude. That's good, bro. To have that many carries and have that many yards, he had a hell of a season, though.
Yep. For the wide receiver leader, Stephon Diggs had 85 receptions for 1,013 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Landry III, who is questionable in the injury report, leads the Patriots with 8.5 sacks, and Spillane, who's also questionable, their linebacker, leads the Patriots with 97 tackles. So those are your odds and your stats and your injury report for the Super Bowl.
So Patriots got a couple of injured guys.
I hope Sam Darnold wins. Only reason why I say I hope he wins is not because I don't like the Patriots. Look how many teams that man has been on.
You're right. They've been kicked around everywhere.
That had been so close to winning a Super Bowl with him, even being a backup. And most teams that he's been on, he's been the backup. Only been the starter because the starter gotten hurt. I hope Sam Darnold wins this Super Bowl just so he can say he won a Super Bowl in his career. He said he can at least have one.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying this to Ted in one of his panels the other day, D-Man. I was talking to one of the local workers at my local grocery store here in town, and we both agreed that if Sam Darnold wins on Sunday, the Vikings are going to really kick themselves for letting him go. So,
Yeah.
Nora says, in the bushes to hear profanity from D-Man.
What's going on, Nora? Hi,
Yep.
Alana.
And then
Jeff.
Steve GTRDR brand, like, what in the wide world of the Terry Ball discussions is going on in here? We're doing
Yeah,
this
Darnold.
show, Steve.
Darnold in 8 years has played on 5 different teams. 5. That's a lot in 8 years.
My point exactly. Point exactly. Who drafted him?
The Jets did originally.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're right. It was the Jets.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, he was in the second
Jets.
round or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't even think he stayed with the Jets for a year, and then they traded him.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was with the Jets for a year.
I forgot who he was traded.
I'm going to look it up right now, see which ones he's at. What teams has Sam Darnold played for?
Sam Darnold has played for 5 NFL teams: the New York Jets, the Carolina Panthers, the San Francisco 49ers, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Seattle Seahawks. He was drafted by the Jets in 2018 and has been a starter and a backup during his career.
That makes sense.
He's been more of a backup. He's been more of a backup quarterback than he has a starter in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he played with the Rams too, but no, that was Carolina.
But here's another thing that we got to look up in this matchup too. I mean, this is your offensive ratings versus your defensive ratings. Okay, Seattle's offensive ratings, they're 7th overall, 9th in passing, 10th in rushing, whereas the New England defense is 8th overall, 9th in passing, 6th in rush defense. The opposite, the offensive side for New England is 3rd overall in offensive production, 4th in passing, 6th in rushing. Whereas on defense for Seattle, the overall is 6th, 12th in passing defense, and 3rd in rushing defense. So Seattle has a better rushing defense, not a very great passing coverage style of defense, though. That is a problem there for Seattle.
Yeah, on paper, New England should be winning this game, but none of us see it that way.
Now the points per game average, New England is 2nd in the NFL, 28.8 points per game. Seattle is 3rd with 28.4 points per game.
That's close. That's real close.
See, what we got to look at. Oh, go ahead.
Now, this is the big thing right here on defense, okay? Defensively, points allowed. Seattle only has 17.2 points allowed. That's number 1 in the NFL. Number 1 defense points allowed. New England is 4th defense points allowed with 18.8 points a game. So the overall defensive production is better on Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think we got to look at the opposition. I think the NFC was better than the AFC by far.
Another thing about the NFL playoff, bro. They are doing an investigation on these referees. I told you, Eric. What did we say during the beginning of during the season, bro? There's an investigation on the fucking referees, bro.
I know.
Yep, you said it, man.
This whole entire season, Every game that was played in the NFL is being reviewed because the referees.
Yep.
Roger Goodell has to review every single game that was played in the 2025 season because people are complaining about the referees as some people that should have won that lost out of games, bro. And they have to do an investigation now on it. There's an outside company that's going to come in and do the investigation, not the NFL.
That's good. You want an independent investigation that has no bias, company that has no bias to the NFL or anything like that. So
All right, now here's some interesting statistics that might stand out to you guys that that don't really necessarily mean nothing, but it actually speaks a lot when you look at it.
Shoot the breeze, Wolf.
So deciding a game by 7 points or less, Seattle has a record of 4-3, whereas New England is 7-3 with a game that's 7 points or less.
So they've
Now,
had more tight games, right, Wolf?
yeah, in tight game situations, New England is better. Now in this situation, the team that scores first, the first team to score, Seattle is 9-0, undefeated.
That's a good stat.
New England is 7-1.
Similar, yeah. It's an even matchup. It really is.
I told you it's a 50-50 game, dude. It's going to be a 50-50 game.
Now here's another one. Teams when leading at the half. Seattle is 9-1. New England is 13-2.
Those are pretty good records.
Yeah, this is way closer than I thought.
I think it's going to be closer than the experts think.
I had Seattle by 10 points on this, I think. Didn't I say Seattle by 10?
Well, we haven't done the pick 'em. We're doing that on game day, remember?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going New England by 10, but I don't know if I'm going to do that now.
I kind of think the early trajectory, I think Seattle's going to score first, and it's going to be a 7-point ball game. Seattle by 7 is what I'm thinking.
Well, considering the early spread on the odds making is Seattle by 5, you would think that I would probably hit what you're saying there, Wolf, tipping that in your favor on that one.
Yeah, Reed, you like D-Man's passion, Reed?
Anyway, so even though we're not making our picks today because we're waiting until Sunday to do that.
Levi, Jacksonville was a good team this year. Jacksonville had a good team this year. I ain't even gonna lie. Jacksonville did have a good team this year.
Jacksonville
they couldn't make it in the playoffs
this year.
They just couldn't make it in the playoffs. They come up against better teams than them. A better team than them, that's all.
Because of their win-loss record this year, one team who I felt didn't deserve to get in, but I'm surprised they did, was Buffalo.
Yeah, Jags almost won it this year.
But that should tell you that the NFL is scripted. It's a scripted fucking sport. It's a scripted sport, in my opinion. And I've been seeing a lot of people do videos on this, that the NFL is scripted.
Yeah, I've been thinking it for a while. Me and you've had this very conversation, D-Man. I've been thinking it's been scripted for a while. So
it's been, me and Eric had this conversation since what, week 3, week 4?
Yeah,
week 3, week 4 of the season. We've seen so much inconsistency that a regular non-scripted game should go compared to this season. And this has been happening, and it's been getting worse for the last 5 years. Scripting the NFL has been getting worse for at least the last 5 years. This year, 2025, showed the worst scripted games in NFL history was this year.
Mm-hmm.
Was this year. They had more scripted games this year than any other year in the NFL. But that's true too, Steve. But you got to look at a lot of the stuff that we looked at, that we did research on, because me and Eric did a lot of back research on it.
Oh my gosh, we spent hours and hours researching this shit.
We've watched videos, we've watched replays, we've watched other people's live streams that should say this.
I mean, why do you guys think I took almost a whole week and a half off, besides my love life? We're not going to talk about that. But besides, but I took almost a week and a half off because I was burnt out from where I've been researching and doing nonstop stuff. So
I told you. That's why I did it. That's why I quit going live, and I quit doing diamond. Thank God it happened at the same time, though. Remember, I said that shit. Thank God it happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Johnny Small Paper, what's up?
That's true, Ted.
Yeah, I dropped a big long thing. I didn't want to have to try to say that all. I just typed it. It was easier to get everything I wanted to say in the one block there.
Oh, okay. I got you, Steve. I got you, too. Hey, but look, though.
That's true, Jeff.
That's why, but the NFL needs to be taken out of Vegas. You are allowed to bet on the team, on games. You are a referee. Don't you think that these referees bet in Vegas against these games that they were reffing? Don't you think that they bet against these players and these teams when you're allowed to bet in Vegas on the NFL now? Before you weren't able to do that, but now you're able to do that. Don't you think these referees are doing that?
Yeah, money has corrupted everything, guys. Because think about it. Some guy could say, "Hey, they said I'm going to have 100 yards today." Well, you know what? Put $1 million that I'm not going to have a good day, and I won't have a good day. See, that's the thing, is that these players can now alter the sports because of the betting.
Alter the sport, bro. Exactly. They can alter the sport to benefit them, and them to make money. All they got to do is, here, I give my friend $10 million. Put $5 million on this team, $5 million on this game during the season, and it's scripted. That's how you know it's scripted. They have their friends betting for them.
Yeah, but you could bet on players too. See, and the players can bet against themselves.
Yeah, Chrissy, I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, I did get some juice. It was very refreshing. I'll just leave it at that.
That's actually a good point, Levi. He said Mafia will tell NFL player he will hit his knees like Tanya Harding.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how bad it's gotten in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I don't think that the Mafia has anything
Hey,
to do with
Damon. Hi, Janice.
You could. Why did I not see Janice's comment? Why am I not seeing Janice's comment?
Janice is on my stream right now.
Oh, duh. That's why.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Hi, Janice.
Which Janice? But yeah, these players are betting against themselves. They just throw it anytime they want. They need money. They just throw their stat.
Yeah.
Make sure they go below.
I can see her chat on my phone. Okay. I
You
can
know
see
what
both
else they
chats.
need to do in the NFL after this investigation?
Oh, they're going to be doing an investigation, bro. I told you. The NFL is under an investigation, bro.
I was saying, you know, I think they should do it. D-Man, I was about ready to say, you know what I think they should do after the investigation? They need to make an NFL rule for the referees. They are not allowed to do any sort of betting.
Oh, they should have had it already.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, and you know the players are doing it too.
Now, if you're not refereeing any game, you should be able to fucking damn bet. Otherwise, if you're refereeing a certain game, you are not allowed to bet on any game during that week. Because one, don't you think these referees are cool with each other and they know each other outside the NFL?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All I got to do is say, look, man, I'm refereeing this game. Could you do me a favor? Here's some money. Put this much on this team. And then they're going to fix the game. They're going to throw the game for that team. That's what they got.
Not only that, D-Man, but somebody could literally be sitting at home They're going to call their buddy that's refereeing the game. Hey, bro, I'm going to put money on this team. Can you do something here to kind of lean it my way here?
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely, I agree, definitely. But what's the way for get them to stop it? Stop the betting in Vegas and NFL altogether. To prevent this from happening, stop the betting in Vegas. That's where the NFL effed up, thinking they were going to make more money, which they're not. They're not making any money at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean,
as far as the money in Vegas goes, they're kind of, at this point, they're kind of losing money on the NFL. I don't see how they aren't.
yeah.
What's up, Damon? Yeah, I don't know either, man. My computer should have been here fucking like almost 35 minutes ago. I'll be right back.
Because of the favoritism, I'm thinking of picking the Patriots because you guys got me thinking it's going to be so corrupt that Patriots are going to win the game now. I'm seriously thinking about. I might pick the damn Patriots.
I'm not picking the Patriots.
I think that's why Seattle's going to win. I think that's really the honest truth of it. I think Seattle's going to win by 7. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Hold on, man. I'll be right back, guys. I got to use it for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seriously picking the Patriots possibly by 3 just because it's against the spread. And if we are right about the money game, the Patriots will win this game. But yeah, I'm cedar soldering now.
Even though I'm a Patriots fan, I'm kind of, Wolfie would agree with me on this. I would kind of say kind of not so fast to that because I don't think it's the whole money game.
Here's the psychological aspect of it, okay? The prediction or the estimation right now is Seattle by 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though. The over and under is so low that I'm pretty sure that the way that this is going to be scripted out is going to be like 35 to 28. That way it's over the over-under. That way people can make money. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to look and see where my package, my laptop was at. It still hasn't been delivered. It was delivered yesterday, but nobody was out there to get it. I need to put a freaking damn sign on that fence saying packages come to door.
Yeah, but check by remember where they threw that? Remember your last package? They threw it by the
it's got to be signed for. It's got to be signed for.
Okay.
They can't keep it here if it's not signed for.
Well, remember the other time it was supposed to be signed for and they still threw it by the tree, remember? Your coins, remember when they slung your coins out there and it was supposed to be signed for and they didn't make you sign for it?
That's true, Steve. That's true. He said, but the NFL generates significant revenue from gambling.
NFL don't make no money off of any of those gambling sites. NFL does not make no money off of any of those gambling sites at all whatsoever. They don't make nothing off of those gambling sites.
Do you have any evidence to back that up, Steve? I'm just asking that on the behalf of the panel. Do you have any evidence to back that up?
Hold on.
Oh, we lost Wolfie. We lost Wolfie again.
Probably his audio went cuckoo again.
Yeah, or Wolfie. Wolfie's always got an issue. It's always some kind of audio. Huh?
That's besides the point.
Yeah, I know. I just feel bad that like the poor guy pays his bills and does everything right, and he always has. I don't know. It's an area. He's in a remote location. That's probably what it is.
I'm thinking though. Yeah, I think I say regardless of the betting wise and all that crap, I still think the game's going to be tighter than a 6 behind for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Wolfie's out in the boonies, guys. He does have a difficult. It's difficult.
You're right, bro. Always a technical issue.
Yeah, it's hard for him to get good signal out there.
Surprised how you're watching the show while you're still working, Jeff. I'm surprised he's watching the show when he's at work. Unless he's on a lunch break, extended lunch break or whatever.
I haven't even made breakfast yet.
Yeah. Anyway. So I know we're talking about who we think is going to win what, even though we're not making the official picks until Sunday, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm flip flopping like crazy. Like, is this going to be just a money game? Is it really going to be a raw game? Is it going to be?
Hey, Julia.
I don't know. You guys got me.
Watch the way the game is played. Watch the way the game is played. Just watch it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of. I'm seriously thinking about picking the damn Patriots by 3 with all the talk we've done.
Hi, Julia.
4 points, maybe.
Well, I'm just thinking though that I think it's, like I said, we should probably save our picks if we're doing the football pick'em special on Sunday.
We could do a preliminary pick now, like a.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. If I was to pick right now, that's what I'm picking. But we're going to do our official picks on
Okay,
Sunday.
you're right. You're
before the
right then,
game.
bro. Steve is right then.
Oh yeah. So if I had to do a preliminary,
Dude, that's stupid then, dude.
Norm.
You were right, Steve. Steve's right. It's right here. The fucking NFL generates significant revenue from legal sports betting. And that just started happening. If you go back, that just started happening not that long ago. Not that long ago. It hasn't been like that. It hasn't been like that forever.
okay, here's what Norm says. He says, "What's up, Ted? Here's my 2 cents.
Yep.
Patriots are going to start leading until around halftime, and then the Seahawks will come back to win it."
They ain't the Chicago Bears. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about
What's
that.
going on, Big Norm?
Preliminary. If we were to pick right now, even though it's preliminary, if I were to pick, I got to stay loyal to my Patriots. So if I were to pick unofficially, I would say Patriots by 7.
Yes, yeah, I saw the
Hey,
NFC.
what's up, Big Nord?
Yeah, I saw how strong the NFC was this year. You know, like they played. I think Seattle had a much harder schedule, much harder.
I mean, I've always had tendencies to favor the running game. If you can establish the run, normally it opens up the pass. That still, to me, leans over towards on the Seattle side of the field. I mean, the
That's
rushing,
true.
the rushing is better on Seattle.
But their lead star's out. That the Chambly guy's out. Remember, he's hurt.
Their second running back, Charbonnet. Yeah, he's out with an ACL.
Yeah, that's a big part of that game.
Yeah, but you
But
still
that
got
Walker guy is good, though. That
Kenneth
Walker guy
Walker
is
the
really
third.
good.
Kenneth Walker III has over 1,000 yards rushing.
Oh yeah, he's kick ass. Yeah,
Kenneth Walker is that good.
And then you got Shaheed that runs the wing back option. I think they'll be just fine on the run game.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there right now. I'm contemplating everything, and I've got whoever I'm going with. I'm doing by 4 points. I might just pick Seattle by 4, just under the spread.
There's two halftime shows this year. It's a battle. Of Bad Bunny against Kid Rock.
Really, that could turn hostile.
It's a Kid Rock to host alternative Super Bowl halftime show against Bad Bunny, and that was from an hour ago. It's like a battle off. That would be cool to see, though. I wonder how much those guys get paid for doing something like that at the halftime show.
Yeah.
Wait, Kid Rock's going to be at the halftime show now too?
He's going to be part of it. Him and Bad Bunny are going to be like doing a battle at halftime instead of a regular halftime show. They're going to be doing like a little battle off between those two.
They must have brought him in because a lot of people hate Bad Bunny, so they must have brought him in.
A lot of people don't like the Patriots. Get it right. A lot of people don't like the Patriots.
Big Norb says it's almost like they're going to stir the pot of the political brew.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're not wrong,
Exactly.
Norb. But we're not going to touch that subject, though.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah. So I just think, I'm going to give, I know we're only doing this as a preview show, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the final thoughts section since I'm going to start with Ted. Ted, what give us your final thoughts on as we wrap up this preview show? What do you got to say about it?
Oh man, I'm kind of like confused right now. Like, is this going to be like a scripted money game or whatever, or is this going to be just a straight up game?
That's exactly what it's going to be. I promise you, bro. It's going to be scripted to where Drake May's going to win. He's going to get the freaking damn MVP. He already got the goddamn regular season. No, who got the regular season MVP?
Matthew Stafford won the MVP.
Oh,
Who
Stafford
won the playoff MVP? Who won the playoff MVP?
I don't think they had a playoff MVP.
I don't think that's been determined yet.
No, because you got a regular season, playoff, and Super Bowl.
Well, I know the regular season MVP went to Matthew Stafford.
Usually the regular playoff MVP is crowned before the game, before the Super Bowl, or at least it used to. I don't know if it's done it that way now.
About the playoff MVP, I think.
So they took the playoff MVP out. They don't have it. They have the regular season and the Super Bowl MVP. That's it.
Steve, you smartass. He said, my prediction for the Super Bowl is Seabiscuit by 5 lengths. This is football, not horse racing, Steve.
No, who said that? It was supposed to be Bad Bunny. It was supposed to be, who said that? Oh, Chrissy. It was supposed to be Bad Bunny as the halftime show. But you know how Kid Rock is. Kid Rock can get what he wants. So he made it and turned it into a battle.
Chris said, I believe it was supposed to be Kid Rock doing a remote show because many don't like Bad Bunny, but I could be wrong. Different station and everything. Anyway,
yeah.
So, man, let's hear your final thoughts about this, about the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Seabiscuit. Oh God, it's still so
My
funny.
final thought, dude, is this is going back to be honest. I want Seattle to win, but this looks like, to me, this is going back to when Tom Brady was the quarterback for the Patriots. It's going back to that. It's going back to that type of NFL. Pretty boy, face of the NFL. Drake May's the face of the NFL. Let's be real. Drake May is the face of the NFL right now.
All right.
They're going back because he's playing with the Patriots.
No, it's the face of the NFL.
They're running with that Seabiscuit comment. I'm sorry. Look at them down in the chat. They're running with Seabiscuit.
I already knew this chat was going to get out of hand.
Yeah, right. As soon as I seen it, I knew what was coming. But anyways,
all right. What are your final thoughts?
So I mean, the question is, D-Man, is it going to be? Is he actually the face of the NFL, or is he the scripted face of the NFL?
There you go. No, there you go. That's exactly true. That's right. What was it when Tom Brady was the quarterback? It was scripted. It was scripted because he was the baby face of the NFL. He was the face of the NFL. So they had to script everything around that team, those teams. And what happened? The biggest scripted year that Tom Brady had when he got suspended for those 4 games or those 6 games at the end of the year. What did Roger Goodell do? Let him go off for suspension, go into the playoff. And what did they do that year?
They
Which
won
it
the
should
Super
have been
Bowl.
won the Super Bowl. He should have been suspended into the next year. He should have been out of the NFL until week 2 of the next year. What did Roger Goodell? Since he's the face of the NFL. Well, happened?
Yep.
They let him out and they went and won a Super Bowl. Took the Super Bowl from the Bears. The Bears should have won that year. To be honest, that's my opinion.
All right. So Wolf,
Now, my final thoughts on the Super Bowl. If it is not scripted, okay, let's just say hypothetically that we are completely wrong about it being scripted. Defensively, you got to be nose centered into what the quarterback is doing. You got to pin your ears back and fire off the line and get to the quarterback as quick as you can on either team. Because if you give the quarterback on either team time to throw the ball, it's going to go deep and it's going to go for a long throw and down the field. So, if you can start off the run game, open up the pass, I think that will be the key to the win, and that is my final thoughts on that.
so here are my. So here's
Another thing that could fix this. Another thing that can fix this referee issue is get UFC team of referees from the UFL. Have them come and referee the Super Bowl because there's no bias in the UFL against the NFL. Those
Nope, there
referees they have nothing to gain being and refereeing an NFL game, being from the UFL. Have one of these crews come from the UFL, referee this Super Bowl, and see how it goes. That would tell you if these coaches or these refs that have been doing it all year long, and it should tell you if it's really, really, truly scripted or not. If you have something like that happen.
All right. My final thoughts on this, and this is my personal take. If the playoffs have been showing us anything this year, the trend is that it has been tending to be more defensive games. Like the scoring has been pretty, much where you would ought it to be. But the defenses have really been showing up this year.
Yeah, they have.
So the way I see it is, you're thinking now, Brett, why do you say it's going to be tighter than the ticks behind? Well, the reason why I say that is because, one, it's going to be closer than the experts think. Two, why it's going to be closer than the experts think is because the defenses are going to show up. Three, I see both quarterbacks getting sacked at least 3 times. At least 3 times in the game. Both quarterbacks. So notice how I'm not showing any favoritism to the Patriots here. So I think also, like I said, I think the running game is probably going to be limited a little bit. Passing game might be hindered a bit. But I think the defenses are going to show up. I think it's going to be a defensive game. And I think a defensive play is what's going to make or break the game this year. So those are my final thoughts. So with that,
I get the preliminary pick. You know what I did? Because the spread is 4.5. I think it's going to be under that. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go the Seahawks by 4 points. That's what I think.
All right, let's give our thanks.
That's my preliminary. Yeah.
I was gonna transition into who is your preliminary pick. Let's go to Wolf.
My preliminary pick is going to be Seattle. I think it's going to be a 7-point game. I think it will be over the over under. So I'm thinking like a 35-28, 34-27 type of game. I don't think it's going to be anything like outrageous video game numbers, but I think it'll be over the over-under.
Hey, why'd you have to bring the video game numbers up? Come on now. Don't do that to me like that. On the down low. Don't you do that to me.
All right, D-Man. If you what's your preliminary pick?
Seattle, dude. I got Seattle. And I'm not going to go way out there. I got Seattle by 1, bro. That's how close it's going to be. And you know I don't like the Patriots, but I have to call it close. I have to give credit where credit due. Patriots has had a good team this year. Seattle's had a good team this year. I honestly do. I don't care what the stats say. All those stats, remember, all those stats you said today were all from the regular season, bro. All the what happens when the playoffs start? All that stuff goes out the door, and it's all new in the playoff. When you get to the Super Bowl, those playoff stats go out the door, and it all starts completely over. One game.
All right. So
One game.
since we're doing preliminary picks, I'll be the first to say, since Angel's not here, which means it puts myself on the proverbial island. I'm gonna put my preliminary pick is I originally said New England by 7, but I kind of convinced myself to lower it because of what I said about in my final thought. So I'm going to say New England by a field goal.
See, I almost went Seattle. I mean, I almost went Patriots by 4.
Yeah. So.
But you're going to pick Seattle?
No, I'm picking New England.
Oh, okay, New England by 3.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I said I'm on a proverbial island since Angel's not here. So. Anyway,
I think we all know what Angel's going to say.
Yeah, I think I know what Angel's saying. I think we all know ahead of time. So
he's going to pick him by 3+. Yeah, he's not going to go 1 point. He's going 3+.
I can see that.
I would even go as far as to say that he'll say New England by 10.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll. I don't think he has any confidence in Seattle.
Let me ask him real fast. He might send a text back because he's at work. Let me
he's at work though. So
yeah, I'm gonna type him the answer, and then that way he'll and at least I can get it. I'll put it on the screen so you guys see I'm telling the truth.
You know, I know Jeff's not picking because he's on it. Hey, I got a question for my bro. If my bro Jeff is in the chat. Hey Jeff.
He's in the chat.
Who do you think? Who do you think, honestly, in your opinion? Do you like Seattle or do you like New England on this one, Jeff? I'm just curious. Yeah, Steve said Seattle by 2 falls in the submission. Steve, why you bring? I got a question to you, Steve, buddy. Why you? I know you're being a smart, you know what? But seriously, bring another sport in. Are you nuts? I guess you have to be nuts to be on the chat. So, anyway, well, I guess while we're waiting, I guess we can go ahead and since this is our preview, let's go ahead and wrap this baby up.
All right, and just as a reminder, all of our sports broadcasts are brought to you by our sponsor, Dovey. Sports energy drinks, supplements, vitamins, and more. Link and the coupon code will be in the description on my channel for this particular coverage.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up with we're taking the outro.
Jeff just answered Brett. He says that he's an NFC guy and the Seattle Seahawks.
Yep. All right, we're going to lead out here. You have been listening to the Super Bowl preview show brought to you by our friends at W. And thank you, and a special thank you to Florida Claimers Ted for hosting our show on his channel today. Thank you, Ted. We really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Join us on Sunday for our Super Bowl special. We'll probably, I think Wolfie will probably put out a short more in details as we near that time frame. So, again, please like and subscribe to Ted's channel, Florida Claimers Ted. Also, please check out Wolfie's channel, Sports with Wolfie, for more sports-related content and to hear our past shows and gamecasts and shorts. Look on YouTube, Sports with Wolfie. Please like and subscribe that channel. For Wolfie, Ted, and D-Man, this is Brett Alt signing off.
Yep. Angel did not answer. We just know him. He's going to be the Patriots. And then Wolfie's channel's pin there. It's the pin link right there.
Yep. All right, Ted, go ahead and sign her off.
Yep. Woof, 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 woof. Come on, Wolfie, do your
Wolf is out of here.